Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Rashad from RashadBeats.com, and I would like to officially welcome you guys to the BeatNerd101 full tutorial course. In this particular course that I created, I'm going to go through step by step with you on how to create beats in FL Studio. Right now I'm working in FL Studio 10, but this particular course can work for any FL Studio, any DAW, anything. So without further ado, let's get started, man. Welcome to the BeatNerd101. I want to start by going over everything that we have in front of us right now. What we're looking at right now is called the playlist. This is your playlist right here. Right now it's empty. This is where you would track out your records. Now let's see all these buttons up top right here. We got the mixer. This is where you put your sounds in. We got the browser over here. This is where you can pick your sounds. Excuse these are recent files. These are all packs that I have. And then we have our step sequencer. This is where you can start putting in patterns in, specifically on 10, 11, and below, or 11, 10 below. And this is where you can put in sounds and drag and drop and create patterns based on the loops. So before we get started with actually creating a beat, I want to show you guys how to actually get instruments and get your drums and all your drum packs all over here to your browser. I'm going to show you a way on how to do that, and it's really simple. It's all about just downloading. I'm going to show you in a second. So let's find like a random drum kit, right? I'm going to just say like Lex Luger drum kit, right? Let's type it for the free. Shout out to Lex Luger. So I'm going to just pick whatever drum kit off of whatever these dope websites are. So we got the 808 Mafia free drum kit 2019. Let's download that. Say that you want to put your instruments on your software, but you don't know how to. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. So let's download this kit real quick. Now, as soon as your kit is finished downloading, I want you to open it up. So show in folder, you can open up the zip file, and look, now we have our 808 Mafia Southside drum kit. Now that we have our drum kit, you need to find where your image line folder is. So in this case, on my laptop, I will go to this PC and I will go to my Windows C drive. Now I will click and I will go to my programs file and I will go to my image line file. So right now we are working in 11. I know I said 10 earlier. It's really 11. So I'm going to go into 11. I'm going to go into data and I'm going to go into my patches. And then I shall go to my packs right here. These where all of my drum kits are. Everything that you see on that screen is all over here. All these sounds, all these different drum kits. So what I would do, I would take our 808 Mafia kit and I would drag and drop it and move it to packs. Now that it's in packs, let's turn off 11 real quick. Turn it back on. And where is the Southside kit? Let's see if we can find it. There we are, Southside kit. Let's play with it a little bit, see what we got in here. Alright, bet. So we officially or successfully downloaded our 808 Mafia kit, and it is officially in our browser. Now that I showed you guys how to get drums, let's play around with it a little bit on the sequencer. So this right here is a sequencer, and usually how I do my beats, we got the tempo at 130. I'm going to just play with it on the 8 bar. So up here is the beats per bar for this pattern. Pay attention to this right here. This will tell you everything you will need to know if you don't know what it is. Now that we have everything we need, let's start with, let's start with some simplicity. I'm going to just put down a little pattern real quick and show you how easy it is to use the step sequencer. So now that we have this, it's going to loop in 8 bars. You can keep it on repeat so it'll keep each pattern to repeat and you won't have to keep doing anything. So that is basically how you use the step sequencer. Now to get a little bit more in depth, you can go into the piano roll by right clicking on each instrument and sending each bar to the piano roll, like so. Now this is your piano roll, and your piano roll, every note that you put on the bar sequencer will always appear on your piano roll. Your piano roll is your friend. So now that we have a snare going in 2 different tones, let's loop it. Right now it's at the 2 bar. Let's loop it again. Let's at least loop it to, like, we can loop it to at least to the 4, or to the 5, I'm sorry. And now that we have this one, as you can tell, the clap is not on the bar sequencer no more. Now that we know that our clap is officially sent to the piano roll, we can do the same thing for the other instruments. Right click and send to piano roll. We can even get a little fancy with it even. So let's work on some splits with the hi-hats. Let's kind of split these up. And in order to split your hi-hats or to chop them, all you have to do is press Alt-U, and you can mess with it like so. However you want to do it. Or you could do also what I do as well. I go up to my snap, and this is another important thing. Your snap is a setting in which you can set the bars in which your patterns hit. So let's look at line. Line automatically puts it in a certain type of frame. So say like if we don't want that, say like we want it a little bit more spicy. Usually what I do is I put it on 1/3 step. Spice it up just a little bit. See what I'm saying? Alt-U. And then we have a pretty successful percussion pattern. Now that we have a better understanding of how the piano roll works, and also how to do hi-hats using our lines and our grids, let's try putting this percussion into the actual playlist. So I'm gonna click on it right now. Right now it says pattern 4. It really should be pattern 1. And I'm gonna show you how to bring it up to the first pattern in a second, as soon as I drag and drop this. So it says pattern 4. Now, if you do a pattern and it's not supposed to be at a number that you already started with, like this is supposed to be number 1 because this is the only pattern I have, you can bring it back up by either clicking on this pattern box right here and doing 1, or you can go to, you can move it up. You can do shift control up, and you can bring it back up like so. Oh, hold on, probably gotta do it this way. There we go. See how the numbers decrease? See how it was once 4, but now I want it back at 1. This only just organizes. This is strictly for organization when you're working with multiple loops. Now that we have that, let's split these patterns up. All we have is just 3 percussions. So in order to split your patterns, what you want to do is you go to your mixer, your step sequencer, I'm sorry, and then you click on pattern 1 and you split by channel. Like, see, now we have all 3 of our percussions. Now that we have all of our percussion and all of our loops within the playlist, I want to show you how to duplicate each playlist, and I also want to show you how to group it. So you click on the select, which is this box right here. I'm going to show you some other things too. I want to show you, there's also the draw, there's paint, there's delete, but these are not really important right now. Let's focus on select. So you click on select, you highlight whatever loops you have, and you press Control B. Now we officially looped it. And that's basically it for the first section of the Beatnerd 101 for FL Studio. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in for this long. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at rashadjones@yahoo.com, RAESHADJONES@yahoo.com. Stay tuned for part 2. In part 2, we're going to be talking more in depth about mixing, lining up tracks and routing tracks and everything else, and actually using melodies and getting more constructions and within beats. But for now, this is it for the first intro. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you. Rashad Beats out.